All of these horrible images and information coming out of Connecticut, many parents like myself are asking a number of questions tonight. And at the top of that list is, what should I tell my children? How much should they know? New at 5:30 tonight, KRCR News Channel 7's Chelsea Kay talked to the local therapist who helped answer some of those concerns. So what tips have you got for us, Chelsea?
Well, Jennifer, first of all, I think everyone can agree that this is just a horrific event. And marriage and family therapist Keith Manor says it's important to handle it the right way with your children.
The traumatic impact of that information depends directly on how much they're exposed to it.
Keith Manor, the clinical supervisor at Creekside Counseling Center in Reading, says it's almost impossible to keep children completely in the dark during a traumatic event. He says it's okay for them to be aware of the situation, but that it's important to monitor the amount of details they learn.
Kids that see too much of it, they get overwhelmed.
Manor says if your child is aware of the tragedy or does come home with questions, it's best to acknowledge that.
Number one, you want to express that you're so sorry that they are exposed to that type of information, and it's so sad and alarming. You want to honor that they know about it and they understand it, and honor their emotions that they're willing to express about it, and it's almost like you want to validate that yes, it did happen. You want to empathize with them that this is a terrible thing, and we try to do so many things to keep our families and our communities safe, but these things do happen, and then talk to them a little bit about the things in their life that make them feel safe.
He says after a discussion, no matter what your emotions might be, you still have to bring your child back to their everyday life.
And then you go, let's go play some basketball, or let's go bake some cookies. So it's you validate, you empathize, and then you redirect them.
Manor says many people ask how to tell if your child is deeply affected or overwhelmed by a situation like this, or may have heard about it elsewhere. He suggests monitoring their actions. Has their eating pattern changed? Are they still socializing with friends? Are they having nightmares? If this is the case, he says to start asking questions.
You may lead them a little bit. Did you see something on TV that bothered you? And if you're getting consistent answers of no, nothing's bothering me at all, or very clearly the child says, I'm scared. I'm very scared about somebody coming to our house or somebody coming to our school. And if that behavior and that emotion persists, that's probably when you need to reach out for help and connect with a therapist.
If you plan on having a discussion with your children, Manor suggests doing it in a family meeting setting. He says it's important to allow every family member to express their feelings.